you
something.
understand me?
Yeah,
Huh?
I'll tell you something. When I was in high school or elementary, the teacher says the subject is English. No one speak Bisaya. No one speak Tagalog. You have to speak English. You know what happened? The room very quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody's good.
Nobody's talking.
Nobody's talking.
Yeah, because they don't want to speak English. We don't know.
Her one brother,
Yeah.
he lived in Manila. That's how he learned. He had to speak English all the time.
No, because he was a taxi driver.
Yeah, he was a taxi driver.
Oh, taxi driver.
Yeah, in
I
Manila.
mean, learning another language can be good, but it can also be bad.
Mm.
Well, ah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, it's just my opinion because for example, Mexico is known for Spanish speaking, right?
Right,
Spanish is not the native language from Mexico. Mexico
right,
has a lot of native languages that are like originated there. You know, Spanish
right.
is from Spain. So history brought Spanish there because of the Spain, right? So what happened? A lot of languages started dying.
Oh, right.
Spanish is like the main English, the main language now is in Mexico, right?
Yes.
So same thing. Whenever uh, like my nieces and all of that, they're Hispanic. I guess you could say that because some are mixed. The main language that we speak is Spanish, and
Yeah.
they're speaking English. Some of them don't even know Spanish. So
No, no.
I mean, in a way, it's cool because over there they talk English, right? But I mean, that's kind of like forgetting where you're from, your culture. Like,
You would hope they.
it's like you have to learn your language too. You can't just and not only that, that's when things like that happen. Like if everyone's teaching English, what happens is that people like the Hispanic community for once they try to teach their kids English because they're like, oh, they're not gonna understand, they're not gonna do good here. But you're trying to teach them English and at home, and then they go to school and they're teaching them English over there. So
Oh,
what
right.
happens? They grow up, they forget the Spanish.
Ah,
So
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
so how can it be a bad thing? I think it's because like let's say a lot of people here in the Philippines start talking just English. What's gonna
Yeah.
happen to the native languages? They're gonna die.
Gone,
So
yes.
is that a good thing? I don't think it's a good thing. I'm not saying English is a bad or nothing because everyone, but it's part of like who you are, like a culture, And that's what I
Right.
tell my nieces. I'm like, hey, you need to talk Spanish, bro. What are you doing?
Right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're at. You're always gonna learn English. They're gonna teach you here. And if you go look for a job, if you know more languages, it don't matter what language, you're gonna know more. That's gonna come into effect also.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm gonna
They're
teach
gonna
him
consider.
Bisaya. I'm gonna teach him Bisaya.
Hey, Florida Filipinos, Visayas should be already 100% because y'all been married 15 years, right?
You don't want to
Right?
learn.
No habla.
Wala Visaya, wala Visaya.
Wala, wala.
Maybe he know one or three words.
Three
Remember
words.
that?
He's like me then. only know only know Hawa and Wala
When
and
he
Walta.
when he heard you hapak, I said, "You know what hapak?" I didn't told him. No.